Guys, I'm in Idaho. So last time I saw Josh was back in January, late January, and it is June 18th today. And I got in a couple days ago. So it had been about 6 months, just under 6 months since I had seen him. My family, my sister, my mom and I did plan on coming to visit in April, which was when my sister's birthday. But of course, that's when the whole virus hit and everything shut down. So unfortunately, we weren't able to visit. And that meant I had to wait really until stuff started opening up again. And Josh had time off on his schedule because his schedule is so weird. He works 10 days on, 4 days off. Sometimes he's in town, sometimes he travels. He never knows where he's going to be until he's there, basically. So yeah, I'm just chilling in his yard. Actually, this is his mom's home. He is in the process of buying her property, or at least he's looking into buying her property to be able to build his own place here. We don't know all the details yet. We're still in the logistics stage of thing. I think logistics is the word, but we're still in the planning stages, trying to figure out budgeting. He was just approved for a loan, so he knows how much he is able to get, and he figured out like the loan and with the payments and everything lines up correctly to what he is able to do. Now we just need to figure out if he can get the right permits to build, and whether or not the building that he wants to build is within budget, because that's kind of a huge deal. So I'll talk more about that later, once that kind of comes around and we get more of an idea of what exactly we're doing or he's doing. But this is the property. You can really see back there is there's about 10 acres. Technically they only own like 8.35 or something like that, but part of their ground is BLM and they have access to be able to use it. So this is about a 10-acre parcel is what we're sitting on. I know you can't see it really well, but back there is his field, and then there's his shop, and then his mom's house is over that way. And I'm just staying in the trailer right now because he is currently living with his dad while he gets his place built, trying to save up some money to be able to build a home, is, because it's quite expensive. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just staying in the trailer at his mom's house, and he's currently at work. He is technically, well, right now he's working guard. Because of the job that he has, he is not always able to take a weekend off to be able to go to drill. So he has to like make up those days during the year. And so he took a full go off. So a go is for work is like 10 days. It's like Tuesday to the next Thursday. So he just took 2 weeks off, and he is working all week long. He worked last week and he's working this week to basically make up all the drills that he had missed so far in the year. And then later on in the year, he'll do the same thing again to make up all of the drills for the last half of the year. So I'm here visiting because he's able to get off he's usually home around 4:30, between 4 to 4:30, depending on what time he gets off. And I'm able to hang out with him while he's here, and then he is off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then I go back home on Tuesday. So it's been really good to be able to see him, and it's nice because I don't have any distractions out here besides like nature. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing. It's just so gorgeous out here. Like, I never thought I'd want to live in Idaho, but the more I'm out here, the more I'm like, I could live here. I still miss Oregon. I would still miss our mountains, and I would still miss our forests, but not that far away. So yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good to be able to see him and be with him and just here, just away from home, even though home really wasn't like, nothing bad's happening. It's just nice to get away, and I've been able to focus on my business, and just like all I've been doing is business stuff, just working on business, trying to figure out business. And I have the time, like again, I said, with no distractions, just to sit and do businessy stuff. And it's great. It's been so good. Yeah, it's I don't even know, it's just so nice here. I'm just sitting under I think this is not an oak tree. Ash tree? I don't know what kind of tree this is, but it's beautiful. And yeah, it's been nice too, because while I'm here, I've been able to, going to continue before I leave, to really help him with his figuring out finances and making appointments to talk to the right people to get the permits and the bank and all that. Because his work schedule is so strange, he really doesn't have time to do this himself. And it seems like everybody is only working the same hours he works, and so by the time he's off work, everybody's closed, and it's a pain. So while I'm here, I've been able to contact a few people, make appointments for him, for times that he's off and all that while he's at work, just to make it easier, so we can actually get the ball rolling and get this done. Because, you know, even though Idaho is pretty open, there's still a lot of places that are appointment only, or that are closed down, or some people he has to talk to, like on the East Coast, and of course he doesn't get off work until like 3 hours after, or 2 hours after they get off work, and it's frustrating. So I'm really enjoying it, being able to help him out. Things look like they're coming into place. We really need a lot of prayer though, because right now the main thing is finding out exactly how much the structure he wants is going to cost. Because he is only able to get a certain amount in a loan, and he can't get any more. So we need to make sure that we're able to build the home for the budget that he has. And it seems like a big budget, but when you're talking about building a home and everything, like literally from scratch, like putting in the foundation and building it like from scratch, that gets expensive. So we're really, really praying that we can get things figured out, and that God is going to come through for us and allow this to happen. Because this is just... I mean, it seems like everything's falling into place, but it's just like, it's so hard, and like, I don't want to get my hopes up, and he doesn't want to get his hopes up, because it seems like stuff has fallen into place before in the past, and then everything just seems to go kaput and not work out, and it's frustrating, and it's hard to have faith when everything seems to fail that you had faith in before, you know. But that's what God calls us to do, is continue to trust him no matter what, even when it looks like things aren't going the way we want them to. Everything is in his timing, and we need to remember and trust that. So for those of you who do pray, I would ask that you would please pray for us and pray for Josh, that this would just come together and it would all work out the way God wants, and that he would let us know that we're going in the right direction, and let us like move forward in this. And hopefully this is what he wants for us, because this is what we want. And if it's not what he wants for us, then, you know, hopefully he'll change our minds and tell us what we need, you know. So now it's all peaceful. Like earlier I was trying to film, and there were cars and planes and birds like literally right above me, like fighting, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it was so loud and noisy. But now it's quite peaceful. So now that I'm almost done filming, of course, thanks nature, and thanks to random people driving by on the street and airplanes flying overhead. My gosh. But yep, that's what I've been up to. Just chilling here in Idaho with my boyfriend. He gets off work. He'll be home. Let's see, it's 12:26 right now, so he'll be home in about 4 hours. And then we got to go out to his job site and get his pay stubs, because the bank needs that to be able to finalize the loan. And he has to get an oil change and just a lot of errands. We're just running a lot of errands. But I know he appreciates me being here and being able to help him, because I've been able to kind of schedule things and keep everything in track for him, because he just gets so scatterbrained sometimes. He's just like, I know there's all this stuff I have to do, but I can't think of it, because he's, you know, stressed at work and all that. And I'm just here chilling. So I've been helping him out, like I said. But yeah, they're looking good. And I mean, if everything falls into place and he's able to get the property, or not, he can get the property, like this is Mom's property, he's basically buying it from her. But if he's able to get the home that we're looking at within budget, he's expecting to be able to have it completely finished by the end of the year, which would be like, holy crap, would be amazing. But again, it's just budget is the main issue right now, and I have to make some calls to some building companies and find out exactly how much it's going to cost, and see what our options are, because he's looking at if he doesn't able to build, then he might need to just go with a manufactured home, but neither of us really want a manufactured home. We would prefer to have our own home that's built to our specs, you know. I'm not going to be living there. We have a deal that we're not living together before we're married. That's just something that both of us think is very important, that we, you know, we're traditional. But that's just what our personal view is that we don't want to live together before we get married. And so even though this is his home and he's building for him, he's still obviously like, I'm helping because we want to get married, and I would end up living there too. So yeah, it'll all work out. At least I'm praying it all works out. Like, I know it'll work out in God's timing and it'll work out eventually, but it's just like, God, can your timing be like now, please? Because, I mean, we've been together for 7 years, and if it was up to me, we would have been married like in year 1 or year 2, really. So, you know, but God's got a plan and it's all in his timing, and I'm really praying that things come together, because it seems like it is, and I'm just like, oh, please, God. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go because it's actually getting kind of chilly in the shade, so I'm gonna go grab a jacket, and then I need to continue working on business because I have a long way to go, and I'm planning on opening in like 2 weeks, and I still have a lot to do. So fingers crossed that I can get everything done and get this up in time. I mean, I did say in my, like, everything I'm saying, tentatively an opening, like a no set date, so that in a case if I end up, you know, getting sick or something happens and I'm not able to open that soon, that I kind of give myself a little wiggle room there. That's a tongue twister. But I really want to open by the 4th of July, so that means I gotta go and get some work done. So hopefully I will talk to y'all pretty soon. Bye.